We have all been sold a total scam about fighting back. The biggest mistake most people make when they are dealing with a vicious attack is falling for their sick game. Firing back is exactly what they crave. So, what is the ultimate move? Smart people never stoop low when they are dealing with a toxic person. They are ruthlessly calculating. They weaponize their silence not as a weakness, but as a savage power move. If you want to know how you should brutally shut down an insult, use this strategy to absolutely crush them. But make sure you watch until the end, because I'm revealing a psychological kill switch that permanently strips a toxic person of their power over you forever. Number 1. The vacuum effect. What is actually happening when someone insults you? It is not a conversation, it is a transaction. Toxic people insult you to extract emotional labor. They want your anger, they want your defensiveness, they want your tears. They throw out a line, hoping you will bite. The smartest move you can make is to deny the transaction entirely. You do not play the game, you break the game. The tactic is simple. It is called the 10-second stare. When they throw a disrespectful comment your way, you do not say a single word. You stop what you are doing. You look at them with dead, unemotional eyes, and you hold eye contact for 10 full seconds. Do not look away. Do not shift your weight. Just stare. Imagine throwing a spark into a vacuum. What happens? Without oxygen, it dies instantly. An insult is that spark. Your reaction is the oxygen. By giving them 10 seconds of awkward, heavy silence, you suck all the oxygen out of the room. You force them to sit alone with their own toxicity. What goes through their head in those 10 seconds? They start to panic. They realize their trick did not work. You look completely in control, and they look incredibly exposed. They wanted a fight, but they hit a brick wall. By doing nothing, you let them dig their own hole, let them fall in it, and let them step into it. They will usually mutter something, look down, and walk away. You win, without speaking a single word. Number 2. The mirror. Cowards do not insult you to your face. They hide their insults in passive aggressiveness. They disguise them as jokes. They make side comments at the dinner table. They drop little sarcastic remarks in the middle of a work meeting. Because they thrive in the shadows, your job is very simple. You force them into the light. You strip away their plausible deniability by dragging their true intentions out into the open. You do not get mad. You get curious. When they drop a passive-aggressive joke, make them repeat it. Make them explain it. Look at them calmly and say, "I need you to say that again." Or ask them a direct question. "Did you mean to say that out loud to embarrass me?" If a coworker looks at you when you walk into the office and says, "Wow, nice of you to finally show up," you do not apologize. You stop. You look them in the eye. You ask, "Are you trying to imply I'm lazy, or was that just a failed attempt at humor?" What happens next? The spotlight is entirely on them. They will almost always back down, stutter, and backtrack. "Oh no, I was just kidding. Don't take it so seriously." You expose the cowardice. There is an alternative tactic here. You take passive-aggressive insults at face value. When someone is being passive-aggressive, they expect you to read between the lines and get offended. Refuse to do it. Take their words completely literally. For example, you pitch an idea in a meeting. A toxic colleague rolls their eyes, smirks, and says a snippy, sarcastic, "That's a great idea." Most people get flustered here, not you. The smart way to respond is simply, "I'm so glad you agree." Move right on. This backs them into a corner. It forces them to either expose their own toxicity by aggressively disagreeing in front of everyone, or they have to stage a fake agreement. Either way, their weapon is neutralized. They wanted to undermine you. You just use their words to validate yourself. Tired of freezing when a family member belittles you or a coworker shifts the blame? I created a complete guide called Disarming Toxic People with exact word-for-word scripts to shut down adult bullies instantly. Find yours right here after this video. Now, let's jump straight back into the next tactic. Number 3. The Judo Flip. In any environment, there is usually a punching bag. In large groups of people, humans naturally organize into a hierarchy. However, when someone throws a casual insult at you, what is really going on here? The intent isn't necessarily to push you down. The intent is to see where you stand on the totem pole. How do they tell how high up in the social hierarchy you are? They test you. They test you to see how you react. If someone calls you out on your shirt or your laugh or your hobby, and you get visibly upset, you just failed the test. If you react very defensively, it shows that you're low on the totem pole. You are proving that their opinion matters to you. Defending yourself proves you are weak. Agreeing and amplifying proves you are untouchable. This is a contrarian, high-level social maneuver. When faced with an insult, the ultimate move is to agree and amplify. You take whatever they said, you embrace it, and you exaggerate it to the point of total absurdity. Why do you want to do this? Because it shows people that you're mentally strong. It shows you do not take yourself too seriously. If you snap back and try to defend your honor, you're basically showing that their words hurt you. Imagine you were at a party. Someone looks at you and says, "You're so weird." A weak response is getting defensive. "I'm not weird. Why would you say that?" The untouchable response is smiling and saying, "I know, right? I'm aiming for completely unhinged by Tuesday." It's psychological Aikido. In martial arts, when someone rushes at you, you do not block their punch with your face. You step aside, you grab their arm. You let the momentum of their own attack throw them face first into the dirt. That is exactly what agreeing and amplifying does in a conversation. You do not fight the insult. You pull it past you. By agreeing with it and making it a massive joke, you completely disarm them. They wanted to make you look small. Instead, you make them look childish while you look untouchable. Everyone else watching will instantly respect you more, and they will lose respect for the person who tried to tear you down. You might think these 3 tactics are enough, but do not click away. Up next is the nuclear option that permanently ends their disrespect forever. Number 4. The boundary drop. Sometimes you are not dealing with a passive-aggressive joke. You are not dealing with a social hierarchy test. You are dealing with blatant, aggressive, in-your-face disrespect. Someone crosses a hard line. They yell. They call you a name. They insult your character. What do? You don't argue. You don't yell back. You don't try to prove them wrong. You simply communicate that they are beneath you. You use the ultimate authority phrase. You look right at them. You keep your voice completely steady. You calmly and assertively say, "That's below my standard for a response." Then, you stop talking. When you do this, you completely flip the power dynamic in the room. You do not lower yourself to the mud to wrestle with a pig. You stand up, you brush yourself off, and you walk away from the pen. Understand that no matter what they say next, it will pale in comparison to the authoritative message you just sent. They can keep yelling, they can keep insulting, but it looks pathetic. It is the psychological equivalent of a king or queen dismissing a court jester. You aren't mad, you aren't sad, you are just profoundly unimpressed. The conversation is over. You do not negotiate respect, you require it. And if they do not meet your standard, they do not get your time. That person has power. Here is a psychological pill that is hard to swallow. An insult only draws blood if it hits an open wound. The toxic person isn't your real enemy. They are just a mirror reflecting your own buried insecurities. If you don't secretly doubt your worth, their words are just meaningless noise. Stop fighting the mirror. Just because they throw a ball doesn't mean you have to swing. You can just let the pitch go by. To become truly bulletproof, you must heal the inner beliefs that make you reactive. When you radically accept yourself, you don't just deflect insults. You become entirely immune to them. Your self-worth becomes untouchable, allowing you to travel lightly through life. You cannot control the poison people spit, but you entirely control whether you drink it. Remember the escalation framework. Starve them with silence. Expose them with a question. Disarm them with a joke, or ruthlessly dismiss them. Start today with a micro-commitment. The next time someone throws shade, give them 10 seconds of deafening silence. You now have the framework to protect your peace. Whether you are dealing with a narcissistic mother, an ex smearing your name, or a toxic workplace threatening your livelihood, you do not have to suffer in silence. I created Disarming Toxic People to give you the exact strategy to detach, set unshakable boundaries, and take your power back. Go right here to get yours. Apply these tools and stop letting them control you. What is the most passive-aggressive insult you have ever received, and exactly how did you handle it? Drop it in the comments below. I'll reply to the best ones.